Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Doink, the Clown Prince of Chaos. So he is the newest mutant in the game. He is a modern era acrobat. And let's take a look. He has the WWE Mutants link. That's any color move, starting MP reduced by 3. And modern era gems do 5% more damage. He has the one gear, the Clown Prince of Chaos gear. He looks awesome. He reminds me kind of Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal back in the day, if you saw that, or played that rather. He is the purple finisher move damage trainer. At 15k, purple finishers are going to do 150,000 more damage. So anyone with high finisher damage, that's going to be pretty nifty on. Zombie Black comes to mind. Potentially also Lana if you don't want to use Honky Tonk Man. Those are two that come to mind right off. I'm going to have 4 movesets for you guys. I'm going to have a 3-star, 2 3-stars, a 4-star, and a 5-star. So let's take a look at the first move set and then get out there and see how it does. I didn't have it set up right ahead of time. Oopsie. The trainers are good though. So the one thing about Doink, and I will use all of his moves in this preview, is his sub is very strong. So every build is going to have the sub in it, and it will be the centerpiece pretty much of all the builds. So let's take a look at it. 10 MP blue mutated stump puller generates 49 random submission gems. That's the entire board, and do basically 50,000 damage for 5 turns. Remaining gems turn into color turn gems. Then we're going to use the mutated whoopee cushion, deal 65k damage and make 12 color turn gems into purple gems, and the mutated running clothesline, deal 60k damage and choose 4 gems to make into blue gems. So the idea is it recycles itself. For the entourage, we're going to run with Woods for 4 more purple MP. Austin for 50% more damage on the sub. Head of the table, Roman Reigns for 50% more damage on blue subs and last 1 more turn. And then Shelton for any color submission moves do 15% more damage. Mine isn't 9k, or he would be even better. That's going to make Doink's sub do over 600,000 on his sub. So it is a 5-star silver. So we're going to go against a 5-star silver on the road. I'm going to go against Drew, who has a class advantage on us. And I do have tour perks, +2 MP and +1 on a match, and Drew is fully strapped. So class advantage and fully strapped. With the tour perks, the purple move will start turn 1. I need 2 3 matches to load the sub. Now you may be wondering about the plates I've selected. So that fills the sub. We can go ahead and hit it and watch 600,000 plus damage happen. The all heart plate buffs purple and green gem damage by 100% for 2 turns after a sub. So the purple gems are going to be much, much stronger. And we do have color turn gems, so they may get us green matches. So that's why that is there. And then the smoke plate is just to make refilling easier in case something weird were to happen. We would already have this one almost charged from that. So in case the color turn gems don't line up right or something like that. And I would probably go double fury on most of Doink's builds, just because there's a decent amount of gem destruction. You could potentially go other routes, but that's probably how I would go. And we're going to be reloaded and ready to go with that choose move. Once you get the sub rolling, it's pretty easy to have and maintain control of the board. And like I said, it is a very strong sub. And of course, with All of these guys in general, the sub guys, you can make a case for armor, your vitality, or that kind of thing. And actually, his purple moves are pretty high move damage at 60k. So very easily could run takedown, I guess, if you wanted to as well. Definitely purple move damage metal would be huge and make those purple moves hit really, really hard. So you can see this moveset recycles really nicely. Like I said, once you get going, you're pretty much in the clear. All right, let's take a look at the next moveset. This one is also available at 3-star. A lot of the stuff will stay the same. Like I said, the sub's going to be in all of them, so that makes a lot of the trainers for me stay the same because the sub is just so strong. It's hard to get away from setting up for other things, especially because I'm going against strapped opponents. So we're going to bring in the mutated Scoop Slam. It's a very low charge, 5-charge move that can get our blues loaded. And the mutated Arm Drag, which is a 6 MP blue, deal 65k damage and make 14 color turn gems into multiply gems of strength 5. And the mutated Scoop Slam, 5 MP yellow, deal 55k damage and choose a 3x3 area to swap into blue gems. That's a pretty big area, so it's going to be hard not to pin. Gonna go with Beth because 2 yellow is enough and it adds a blue. Don't really need it. Of course, Kofi would be the normal, and then everything else will stay the same. That mutated will be ready turn 1. And it shouldn't be the boss plate for this build. That should be a different one. There's nothing for blue into yellow, though. So really, all heart is probably the primary way I would go. So with this choose move, if you don't connect, there's a chance that you won't pin. This would be a bad spot because the wild card's likely to be one of these 3. And if it lands there, I'm for sure going to pin. This one seems decent chance. Let's see if we don't force a pin. Nope, force the pin. Which is going to happen very often. Any cascade will force the pin. But that's okay. And recycling can be somewhat of a challenge sometimes with this. So, like, if I really wanted to, the smart play would be take this yellow match because he's not in danger of doing his moves. Don't have to, though. Could have hit the sub right away, but this way the yellow's charged and can show you the point of putting that other move in. So do keep in mind I'm going against a strapped opponent, and multiply gem guys always look rough when they go against a strapped opponent. So on equal footing, this would hit significantly harder, and then you might be in the discussion of putting Matt Hardy in potentially, or Demon Balor, or someone like that. And I don't have any of the multiply gem trainers, but you could surely put in like a Mherex for Shelton there, things like that. And it is random where these go, so there's no guarantee that they'll cluster up. But if they cluster up like this, you can make all of them into blue ×5s, which is only 21k because he's strapped. Double Fury with this moveset, certainly the way to go. And when you were totally decked out, that would hit significantly harder. You could also put Alpha in as a coach to buff the blue gems more. Unstrapped, that would have been 360k right there, so not bad. And the sub will finish him off. On this one, you could go, I would probably go blue move damage with the blue metal. But definitely, again, double Fury. Plates are really kind of wide open on this build because you're not selecting purple or green necessarily. It would just be on a cascade. So I don't think the plate options, um, you can pretty much, like I said, do whatever. Something to generate yellow, no matter what the color, might be good to get back to the yellow, so it doesn't matter what. Oops, I forgot I was talking and I forgot to hit my multiply move. Go me. Mistakes were made. This will probably finish it anyway, though. Definitely would have with the multiplies down. But I think that'll finish it anyway. Alright. This is the one that's supposed to have the boss plate on it. Because you're blowing up a bunch of the board. And the all heart plate would be really good on that one too. Trainers are going to stay exactly the same. We are simply going to swap the mutated atomic drop in, as that is the 4-star move. So this is the 4-star move set. And that is a 6 MP yellow move. Deal 65k damage and make 10 random color turn gems into crossbreak gems. So very much blow up the boardy build set. I like this move set a lot. This is probably my favorite, actually. Definitely would run at double fury. I think this would be the most consistent as well. And boss plates on there because you're blowing up the board. You might get 6 yellows and trigger that, but I think the sub plate would probably be the way to go with purples and greens. It's hard to say, though. A lot of blue on the board. So it's going to be very hard to have any chance of not cascading. But we managed not to, which is great. So you can get the sub turn 1 when you don't cascade. Again, it's hard to get away from the sub as it's so strong. Okay. Now, as long as one of those color turn gems gets a cross break, which it did, it's pretty hard not to. You can do quite a bit of destruction. Pretty much the whole board right there. Moves are reloaded. And we should make light work of Drew here. A little bit more pin bar room. And we didn't force a pin this time either. Love it when a plan comes together. I could have also done a swipe there, but I didn't want to risk a cascade. I did have plenty of room with his moves, though, so I just as easily could have done a swipe. But this is probably going to be faster. This is definitely my favorite build for him. Animations look awesome. So he's a fun little card for sure. Blew up the board there. Again, strap, that would have hit for so much more. Wow. 929 hit points, and he's still going to kick out. That's crazy. Well, I don't think he can kick out of that. potentially, let's say you don't have Shelton, you could throw Lacey on there, buffing gem damage because you're blowing up the board. Um, if you really wanted to go all out with it, and you were double Furied up, you could also like put someone like Slick Rick in for Austin 316. Hard to say once the straps get on. I still think the sub is always going to be your best bet there, though, because of how hard it hits. But yeah, those are some other potential trainer options for all of these sets. And the last set we're going to see is going to be Triple Blue. This would definitely be like a hot tag kind of setup to me, but you can get going with one blue match. So we'll see the 5-star move. And we're going to bring back that mutated arm drag from earlier. So we've seen all the moves except for the 5-star, which is the mutated arm drag, 6 MP blue, deal 65k damage, and make 14 random color turn gems into multiply gems of strength 5. Okay, so we're going to switch to Lawler. So we have a better chance of getting started here. And then same thing, we're going to switch to Rhea Ripley instead of Shelton, so more likely to get that blue match. Almost there, right there. We're still doing nearly 600k on the sub. Better chance to get that blue match that we want turn 1. Okay. You might be wondering about the plate choice. Again, all heart, because the gems that get turned into multiply is random. So it might be green, it might be purple. And that is going to buff those multiply gems 100%. And then the Honky Tonk Man plate, the rhythm and blues there, is in case you don't have a green match to get started, or a blue match to get started, you can make a green match and get charged as well. So that gives you more outs. So a green or a blue match on turn 1, very unlikely to miss. We do have our blue match, which is perfect. So the sub's charged and ready to go. Now, the one thing is the multiplies do go out on randoms, so it can be difficult to recharge sometimes if we don't get a couple multiplies too on blues. And right now there are 4 blue gems on the board that potentially could be color turn. We'll see if they survive. There goes a couple of them. Now we only have 3 left. And hopefully, although the color turn gems are going to go off and change all of that anyway, but hopefully we get some blues. Even we did, so should be a really good shot at having a couple blues on here. Lots of blues, excellent. So also, again, calling back to the all heart plate, we're going to destroy the blues, obviously, because that's our primary color. And then the purples would be buffed 100%, so you'd get a lot bigger gems here too. Again, keep in mind he's strapped, so this is going to look much worse than it actually would if you were strapped. 250k. I would be willing to bet if I was strapped up and stuff, that would have been more like 500k potentially. But we're back to the sub. This moveset is actually really strong too. It just does need the blue match, but this would be really good for hot tag. Especially with that Mutants link, I know a lot of people are going to be looking to take advantage of that because it nerfs MP pretty good. Okay, so only 1 blue gem, and this is what can happen. And no guarantee it'll turn into the multiply. It does though. Excellent. And again, this is where the Honky Tonk Man Blues plate would come in well, because we could just break 3 greens right here, and we'd get enough blue to recycle pretty much with the multiply gem. That would give us 8, and we have 1. So yeah, that would give us enough. Or the all heart plate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buffed gems. Yellow is his primary though. Let's do this different here. Get that to drop. Since I don't have the plate on, we'll get those 2 yellows there. And you can look to make some cascades as well. Like that. Some mini cascades. Getting 2 extra multiply gems there. Again, that would have hit for 330k. You can see we didn't refill, but we were close. And that is going to keep him down. So there you have it, guys. That is the Mutant Doink at 5-star silver. He looks awesome. He's pretty fun to play. Really solid card, and excellent trainer. Who knows who comes later for purple finishers too. So I'm really interested to see what you guys think in the comments. So let me know what you think about this card in the preview. And remember to like, subscribe, and share, as that helps me out. Other than that, guys, good luck this showdown weekend. Hopefully you can get Doink. And thanks for watching.